We've got more data, more technology, and more brilliant minds working today than at any point in history. So why are we still so stuck when it comes to the big problems like climate change? It feels like all our attempts to collaborate just hit a wall. Today, we're going to dive into a pretty radical framework that says the problem isn't our tools, it's the way we've been taught to work together in the first place.
Okay, so let's just get right to the heart of it. On one side, you've got the way we've always done things. Teamwork that's really just competition in disguise, right? It's driven by ego, hierarchy, and that what's in it for me attitude. But on the other side is this whole new idea, a paradigm built on a truly shared purpose, on synergy, and on the health of the entire planet. This is the fundamental choice we're exploring today.
So how do you even start to change this massive? Well, the source material for this explainer, it argues that before we can fix our global systems, we have to rewire our internal ones. It all starts with changing how we see ourselves and moving beyond our own ego and that default tribal us versus them thinking.
And that gets us to this core idea, conscious collaboration. This isn't just about playing nice in the sandbox. It's a whole different game where people actively work to dissolve the boundaries that usually separate us, our company, our political party, our nationality, so we can operate with one single shared goal, a sustainable planet. It's a pretty radical move away from the self-interest that powers so much of our world.
And I want you to really look at the words here. The act of letting go of your ego isn't described as some passive thing. It's called courageous, selfless, and willful. That really jumps out at me. It reframes this whole idea. Giving up your personal ambition for the group isn't a loss. It's a powerful, active choice you make for something way, way bigger than yourself.
And this isn't just some vague, feel-good concept. It's actually built on 5 really solid pillars. First, you've got to have a powerful, shared purpose that's your North Star. Then, you need active listening and true psychological safety so people feel safe enough to be honest. And of course, it has to be built on inclusivity and diversity, because that's the only way you can tap into the real collective intelligence of the group. Okay, so let's say you've got this amazing group of people, all operating with this new mindset. Who's in charge? Who leads them? And that's a huge question, right? Because a new way of collaborating needs a totally new kind of leader.
And here's the answer. Synergistic, symbiotic, collaborative leadership. Yeah, I know, it's a mouthful, so let's break that down. Synergistic just means the team's result is way bigger than what each person could do alone. And symbiotic, this is key, means it's a relationship where everyone benefits. The main idea here is that you can't separate human well-being from the planet's well-being. They're the exact same thing.
And wow, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Forget the old idea of a top-down commander barking orders. This new leader is a catalyst, a facilitator, a unifier. Their job isn't to be the boss of people, it's to serve the mission of the group. They're there to help things happen, not to make them happen.
So what does this catalyst leader actually do day to day? Well, they wear a lot of hats. Imagine them harmonizing relationships between, say, scientists and artists on a project, or mediating between a big corporation and a local community to find common ground. They even work to heal old cultural wounds that get in the way of progress. And crucially, they design ethical systems that empower people on the ground to take action that aligns with global goals. They're basically the human glue holding it all together.
Okay, so we've got the new mindset, we've got the new leader. But let's be real. How do you scale this up for 8 billion people? That sounds impossible, right? Well, that's where the tech comes in. Specifically, a new kind of AI designed to augment our collaboration, not replace it.
And this brings us to the technological heart of the whole model. AI-augmented symbiosis. And that word, symbiosis, it's everything here. This is not about AI taking over and telling us what to do. It's a genuine partnership where the tech is built specifically to make us better at being human, to enhance our collaboration, our empathy, and our wisdom, all for the sake of regenerating the planet. I absolutely love this metaphor from the source material. The AI isn't just a big, dumb database. It's described as a field-sensing organism. Think of it like a nervous system for the collaboration, constantly sensing what's happening around the world, understanding the needs of different ecosystems and communities, and adapting in real time to support the people doing the work. So this whole system, they call it the synergy engine, and it works in 4 key steps. First, it senses what's really happening on the ground with verified data. Then, it facilitates better conversations between different groups. The third step, verify, is absolutely critical. It uses things like blockchain to create a transparent, trustworthy record, which is how you build real accountability.
And finally, it helps optimize decisions, pointing everyone towards where their resources and efforts can have the biggest positive impact.
All right, we have the conscious mindset, the symbiotic leader, and the AI catalyst. So, what's the end game? What does this all add up to? If you put all these pieces together, what does that future actually look like? Let's take a look at the ultimate vision here.
And this is it. This is the big picture. The whole framework is designed to be a replicable architecture, basically a blueprint, an operating system for global problem solving that could be used anywhere for any major challenge. Remember that problem we started with? This is the proposed solution, a way for humanity to finally work together on our biggest shared problems.
And the results they're aiming for? I mean, they're not small. We're talking about real global unification and balanced empowerment for all communities. It's about efficiently getting resources where they need to go and building up skills everywhere. But maybe the most important outcome is that last one, a true evolution in our values, a global shift towards seeing ourselves as stewards of the earth.
And I think this is the most beautiful part. It's not some rigid 5-year plan. It's described as a living pathway. It's a way to not only heal the planet, but to also heal our broken relationships with each other, to bring some humanity and care back into the way our world works.
So this whole idea of conscious, symbiotic, AI-augmented collaboration, it really gives us a roadmap, doesn't it? A pretty hopeful one. It covers our psychology, our leadership, and our technology. But the final question, the really big one, it's for us. The plan is here, but are we ready to do the work, both inside ourselves and out in the world, to actually walk that path?